Welcome to Classic Value Investors and Microcap Explosions. This is Mariusz Konieczny, your Oracle of Oracle. Good one, huh? Yep, thanks someone for throwing it out there. I quite like it. Anyway, what a week. What a couple 2 weeks. In copper, in tankers, in some of the copper stocks. I mean, amazing. I'm looking at my phone here, and some of these tankers on Friday, Scorpio up more than 10%, TK 7%, Frontline up 7.5%. Just amazing performance. But it's not just the tankers. We are shifting now from buying everything that benefits from COVID to everything that's going to benefit from the recovery. And when the COVID hit, you know what happened. Everybody was buying Amazon, Zoom, Netflix, anything that benefited from COVID, they were buying it. They didn't care what valuation they were getting. In other words, you know, in value investing, it says price is what you pay, value is what you get, right? Well, during this COVID craziness, they didn't care. They didn't care what they were getting. Value. Amazon, just buy it because it's good. It doesn't matter it's trading for X number of times revenues, or it didn't matter whether Zoom had profits or no profits. It's just, if COVID is good for that, they're buying it regardless of the valuation. Now I feel like, as we're shifting towards, you know, vaccine is just weeks away, and not just the vaccine. It's like if you listen to the news, like in an area where I live, I mean, the numbers are spiking. They're at record highs, but yet people are not really afraid. Like, I mean, they care, but they don't care at the same time. It's like, okay, you know, numbers are spiking, but it doesn't create any more fear anymore. Okay, so that's very interesting, right? Because they're not really fearful anymore because they know so-and-so. I mean, a lot of my friends got COVID and I'm looking at it, not a single one died, right? So it's kind of like, okay, you know, I don't want to get it, but if I get it, okay, then I get it. And it's kind of like how people feel about it. And now also with the vaccine coming, it's going to reduce the fear even more. So which means that, you know, there will be more flying, cruises, driving, and all sorts of things. So it's no surprising to see recovery stocks, which airlines, cruises, tankers, they're recovering, right? They're going up. And you know, I see a similar dynamic now that people are just buying them without actually paying attention to what it is that they're getting. Okay, it's like when I was in Mexico a couple months ago or something, and I was at the airport. And like the airport in the US wasn't really packed. It was kind of empty. But the airport in Mexico City and also Los Mochis, I mean, it was just absolutely packed. You couldn't even tell that was COVID going on. The only reason why you could tell is because everybody was wearing masks. But other than that, I was thinking to myself, just buy airline stocks. And it's all perfect. Now, from my personal experience, I'm a little hesitant. Not that they're not going to go up. I'm a little hesitant to buy airline stocks and like cruises because number one, I don't like the businesses to begin with, right? I don't like airline business. I don't like cruises, and also they're capital intensive and they carry a lot of debt, and that makes me a hypocrite a little bit because I should also not like the tankers because this is the same thing. The business is shitty. They have a lot of debt. Yet I do like the tankers, right? And I've been talking about the tankers, so it makes me a hypocrite. But this still doesn't change the fact that I don't like airlines because of the way they are as a business. It's a shitty business. It's a lot of debt. And personally, I had two big losses on two companies that I was right. I was right on the thesis. I was 100% right. But because they had a lot of debt, well, not one of them actually didn't have a lot of debt. It had debt. But they had debt. They ended up going bankrupt. And that really hurt me. That really made me be scared of that. And one company, at some point, it had a market cap of 600 million. 600 million, and they only took on 20 million of debt. So you think like, oh, no big deal. It's 20 million in relation to the market cap of 600 million, it's no big deal. And when the business, because the business was cyclical, it turned, the market cap collapsed, and then they ended up going bankrupt. Over $20 million worth of debt. So I never forget that. So I'm always like scared to buy companies that have debt and that they could potentially go bankrupt. But like if you look at like tankers or airlines or anything that has debt, like if you're right, you're gonna make a lot of money. But you might still be right, but if the timing is not right, you might lose some money. So that's why I'm kind of like scared. I'm scared of that. And also that's why I have a hard time when I do buy them, like when I did with the tankers, I have a hard time personally making a big bet because of that factor. Other people, like, you know, one of my friends that I interviewed, he's like 100% into Scorpio tankers, and you know, he's probably going to make a lot of money, but you know, that's a bold move. That's a bold move to be, you know, I wouldn't do this because of the experience that I had in the past losing money on deals like that, but that doesn't make another person right or wrong. It's just my personal opinion. So yeah, but now, obviously I am playing the recovery a little bit differently. So FYI, some of you have asked me how many ideas I have now at Microcap Explosions, and as of today, because I just posted a new idea this morning, it's 9 ideas. And I just posted this idea, which is a recovery idea. And it's a company that I've been involved for a long time. And it's a perfect recovery stock for me, because it has it's like a perfect recovery, because the thesis for me with this particular stock is buy it during recessions, hold it for 4 years, sell it during good times, wait for the recession, and do it again. And I've done it in 2009. I bought it during the recession, made 4 times my money, sold it, and kept watching it, and now I got into it again. And I just wrote about it. And I wasn't going to write about it because I just kind of wanted to wait a little bit longer. But with this week, what's happening to the recovery stocks, and then the insiders are buying like crazy, it just kind of forced me. Like, I need to get it out there this weekend. Even though I'm busy, I need to get it out there because I don't want you guys to miss out on it. So if you're a subscriber, you already got an email. So check your email and read it. It's really interesting. And what I like about it is that it has the potential, well, I mean, it has the potential to go up 4 times, but it doesn't have any debt. But the company is completely correlated with the economy. So, I mean, over the last like 30 years, it had incredible growth, and it grows, but it's not like grow. It's kind of grows like this. So over time, it grows very nice, but then it has those dips, and those dips are recessions. And it's like I mean, every time you look at it during recession, you buy during recession, sell it couple years later, it's like you make 4 times your money. Again, sell it, buying during recession, 4 times your money. So the same thing right now. It's not at an all-time low. It's already like 20, you know, some percentage of the lows, but you know, it has a long way to run. So that's how I'm playing the recovery. Yeah, other than that, I feel like that's the place to be. I wouldn't want to be in the shoes of someone who bought, you know, Zoom, Netflix, and all these things, like without looking at valuations, and now thinking about like, what is it that I own now, and like, what is this worth? You know, like people are going to ask themselves this question. So I think that the recovery stocks now with people being less fearful, vaccine coming, they're going to do well. And for those of you who have tankers, again, just like I said in the previous video, I think it's time to shine for them, and they're already shining, but they have a lot more shining to do.